Hey friends, it's Erica. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a layout for the Doodlebug design team, and I'm going to be using the new Hippity Hoppity collection, which is so cute. And I pulled out a cutout from Bella Boulevard as well to use on my layout. And I'm going to back it with papers from the 6x6 Hippity Hoppity paper pack. I absolutely love using the 6x6 pads to back cut files. So I'm just going to quickly back this file with some of the papers that I pulled from the 6x6 paper pad. And what I wanted to do was, one, use a cutout or cut file on my page, and then also create some type of a grid. I love grid layouts, and I love layouts that have cut files on them, so I wanted to combine the two together to create one layout. So I found this cutout from Bella Boulevard. I will leave it linked down below, and it has a few different cutouts in it, and one of them says friends. I think the other one says this is us, and then one says family. So I'm just using the one that says friends. And if you've never used the cutouts, these are perfect. If you love the cut files, but you do not have a die cutting machine, or you don't like to mess with your machine, these are great. They are cut on nice, thick, white, smooth cardstock, and they're great for taking to crops and things like that. And the price point is really good. So I'm just going to back it using these papers that I pulled out, and then I like to use an adhesive that has a fine tip on it. So I'm using Close to My Heart liquid glass, which I absolutely love. So the photos that I have printed here, I've printed them in color, which I usually do black and white. So I know it's kind of a shock to see a color photo on my layout, but I thought the colors went really well with the colors in the collection. And the photos are of my kids and my friend Sandy's kids when they were up here visiting, coloring Easter eggs. This was during spring break, and they spent Easter with us, and we had a lot of fun. So they're coloring eggs, and I just love all of the colors. You can see the different cups of the dye for the eggs in the photos. So they had a lot of fun doing that, and I thought it would be really cute to match this collection with this friends cutout and create a little bit of a grid layout with the large title at the bottom. So I'm just going to go through and trace and cut all these letters. For me, what I do, the new Bella cutouts do come with a template to make it nice and easy for you to cut and trace your patterns. But for me, I just turn the cut file over, turn the pattern paper over where's my daughter over there? I don't know what she's doing and showing me something. And I turn the cut file over, turn the pattern paper over that I want to use, and then trace the inside of the cutout. Then I will go and cut around my trace line, leaving a little bit of a border so that I can adhere it to the back of the cut file. If you cut on your trace line, your shape is going to be too small and not adhere to the cut file. So you want to make sure that you leave a little bit of border around it so that it'll fit nicely on the back of the cut file. So once I get this cutout backed, I'm going to add foam adhesive all over the back of the cutout and get it popped up. I love to add foam adhesive to the back of my cutouts. That way they are popped up off the page. It gives it a little bit of dimension, and then I can also tuck in florals or critters or different things around the cut file, which is something that I love to do. So I like to be able to have it popped up off the page. For this layout, I do have 4 photos that I printed out. I'm going to go ahead and switch that out up. You can see on my desk that I have 4 photos. They're about 1.5 by 1.5 size on a 4x6 piece of photo paper. But since I am doing the 12 by 12 and I ended up going with the grid on the top, I decided that I should print them just a little bit larger. So I did decide to do 2 more photos. So I'll have 6 photos total at the top of my layout, and I'm going to print them out at about 2.5 by 2.5. And I use the Pick Frame app to create these collages and get the sizes like this. I usually do like a 2 by 2, a 2.5 by 2.5, 3 by 3 size. I very rarely ever do a 4 by 6 photo on a layout. Once in a while, I will do 3 by 4 or just a little bit smaller than a 3 by 4. I just really like the size. The 2.5 by 2.5 is my favorite, especially when doing grids. So you'll see that a lot on my pages. I did go ahead and print them out in color because I thought the colors went really well with this collection. So I'm going to use the Happy Day paper, and it's this pretty grid with all the pretty colors for the top section of the layout. I do ruffle up the edges a little bit. I'm going to get that stuck down to the top of the page, and then the cutout that I've backed is going to be at the bottom of the page. So I have this large title that goes across the bottom and then the grid at the top. I thought that was really fun, and it combines two of my favorite things, the cutout and a grid style layout. I'm going to take the 6x6 paper pad and cut out mats for my photos, and the largest mat is going to be a 3x3 size. So I'm just going to take some fun bright colors and cut them down to 3x3 size. I'll do 6 of those, and then I'm going to go through and pick out papers that have a white background with color added to them for a second mat. And those I just cut down a little bit smaller than the 3x3 so that you can see both of the patterns on the page. I wanted to make sure that I had the largest one in the color, like the darker color, so it'll pop off the grid, and then the second mat has the white background with the color on it. And I just really like the way that it looks. I love the layers. Usually I do pop these up, like when I create a grid I will use foam adhesive, but this time I just stuck it down directly to the page. So just going through and cutting some different papers, and then trying to figure out where my photos to go, and then I'm going to pull in some more pattern paper to do a second mat with. And I just really like the way that that looks with the second mat. I think it just brings in some more color and some more interest and more fun to the page. Creating grid layouts are one of my absolute favorite, especially if I'm like stuck in a creative rut, like I don't know what to do. A grid layout will always be a go-to for me. So I did pull this little banner sticker from the 12x12 sticker sheet. It reminds me of grass, so I thought it would be really cute there at the bottom of the page. I will go in and add a few of the grass clusters with the florals, and you'll see that in the still shots. I go back and forth in the video on pulling them off and putting them back on. In the end, I do go back and put them on because I just think they look really cute down there at the bottom. So here are the other mats that I'm going to get added to the page. And you can see there that they are white background pattern papers with some splashes of color. So some have some colorful Easter eggs, some have colorful polka dots, some have colorful words. And then one of them is just a smaller scale of that grid paper that I have up there as well. I will make sure to leave links to all of these products down below so you guys can check it out. This collection is adorable. It's perfect for Easter, perfect for spring. I think you could even get some birthday layouts out of this with just all the colors. It's just so much fun. It is probably one of my favorite Easter collections that I've seen, and is my favorite Doodlebug Easter collection so far. So I'm just getting these stuck down to the mats, and they're not perfect. They're not all the same. When I cut my photos out, some of the white border around them is bigger on some photos and some of it is thinner. So I just love the way that it looks. It's kind of wonky, but it's really cute, and I just love all of the color. So I'm going to try to get these positioned pretty straight onto this grid paper up here. The grid helps me get it aligned as best as I can, but it doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm just eyeballing it and trying to do the best that I can. I did bring my ruler out. That didn't really do any good. So I just eyeballed it, and then I'm just going to get it stuck down. So I placed one down, and then I will just use that one as kind of my little reference point as to where I need to place the other ones. And it all turns out in the end, and I like the way that it looks. So now it's time to go through and embellish. There are some tabs that I absolutely love to use. I wish there was more tabs on these 12x12 papers because I use the tabs all the time. It's like my first thing that I go to when I create with the Doodlebug collections is those tabs. So I'm going to use two of them. One says Blessed, and I have it up at the top right corner, and then the other one says Easter. And I just really love the way that the tabs look on the photos. So I'm just going to embellish around handful of the photos up here, not all of them, but I think most of them have something. There's only one that doesn't have some type of embellishment on it. I add a couple of the mini icon stickers, some of the icon stickers. I really wanted to use some of the labels. There were some, one of them said coloring eggs. That was really, really colorful. I wanted to make sure that I used that on this layout. And then I found one that says chillin' with my peeps that I thought was really, really cute. So I make sure to use that. I do pop those up on some foam adhesive as well. I also wanted to use this super cute doodle pop with the bunny on it. He's like jumping and just his face is just like so happy. So I do pop him up here at the bottom on the cutout. And then he also comes with some little pieces of grass with floral. So I will add those to the layout as well. He's just so cute. I love the doodle pops. They are so, so fun. And this collection has some adorable doodle pops. Here are the chit chat pieces. I'm just going through them and trying to find some banner pieces. I really love this piece right here that said coloring, and I wanted to do coloring eggs, but the eggs word was a little too big, so I ended up just using the banner piece that said coloring eggs. So I'll just use that for another layout. So I was like hunting and hunting for, I knew there was a tab in here or a banner that said coloring eggs, and I couldn't find it. It was in with my odds and ends pack, because when I was doing my unboxing of this, I accidentally put it in the wrong package. So I do find it and I do use it. There it is. Those will be popped up on some foam adhesive to get them popped up on the page, just adding a little bit more dimension to the page. And then I will add a little word bubble above that little jumping Easter bunny, and that will just say Happy Easter. That will also be popped up on some foam adhesive. I have these little foam circles here from Close to My Heart that I'm using, and it works really well for these little speech bubbles. I don't do any journaling on this layout. I could have done some maybe along the side, but I just really loved the way that it looked, and I didn't want to put any typed journaling on there. I usually do it along the bottom, but the bottom was filled up. So I'm just going to leave it as is without the journaling and maybe add the date to the back of the page. But I just love the way that looks. So I'm just going through and adding some different embellishments around the page, getting things, some of them popped up on foam adhesive, some of them will be stuck down directly to the page. Getting this other banner that says Chilling with My Peeps stuck down. I have some cute little bunnies from the icon stickers that I add to the corners of a couple of the pages, or not pages, but the photos. And there's a really cute sun icon that I end up using and popping him up on the page as well. Just a whole bunch of fun stickers, and I just had so much fun going through all of these embellishments and picking the ones that I wanted to use. There is this really cute little brown bunny that I tried to use as well, because he's my favorite icon in the whole collection is that little brown bunny. I wish there was a doodle pop for him because he's so cute. But I didn't. I switched him out for one of the little white bunnies. But I just think he's so cute. So here is one of those little bunnies from the icon stickers, and I will also add one of the little enamel carrots behind him as well. Another favorite from this collection is the bunnies the bunny family. It's like a mom and some smaller bunnies in the car, and the babies are like hanging out the window. And then there is a bunny driving a carrot car, which is like the cutest thing ever. I absolutely love those, which I almost used the carrot car on here as well, but I saved it for another layout. So here is that sun. I'm going to place it in the middle bottom photo and pop that up on some foam. And I wish I was zoomed in a little bit more. Sometimes I'm too zoomed out and sometimes I'm too close, because I wish you could see the different icons, but you'll be able to see them in the still shots. I will make sure that I leave the Doodlebug blog linked down below so you guys can head on over there and check out the photos, close-up photos, and the completed photo. I will have some close-ups, a video close-up at the end of this video so that you guys will be able to see more detail of this layout. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this layout. Thank you so much to everyone who has left comments. To all my new subscribers, I have a giveaway coming very, very soon because I have hit 2,000 subscribers and I'm very, very excited. So stay tuned for that. And I will also leave my social media links down below so that you can also check me out on Facebook and Instagram and all of the other places here on the internet. So I'm just going to finish up a few more embellishments, and the last thing I do is add a couple enamel hearts, the tiny enamel hearts from one of the shape sprinkles. I'm just going to add them around the page, and then I do add one to the tail of that bunny Doodle Pop. I just think it's so cute there on his little cottontail. Make sure to head on over to the Doodlebug Facebook and follow them there if you are not already, and then also follow them on Instagram for even more inspiration. The team has created some amazing projects so far with this collection. You guys are going to love it, and we have so much more coming up. So thank you guys so much for stopping by today. I hope you guys all have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys in my next video. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you soon. Bye.